Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are back here on opening night of the VRML Echo Arena preseason. Once again, I am Palidore, and I'm still joined by Dash at my side. Wit is still on camera, doing great work. And we're ready for our second match in our doubleheader. It's going to be Team Rush versus Team Flare.
Yeah, I'm still reeling from the last series, honestly, Palidore. I'm kind of worn out, to be honest. That
I,
one, my heart was racing for that one.
well, I know you're also doing these casting duties a little bit under the weather right now, so it's great for you to still be here and kind of pulling through and doing your thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss this, especially the quality of matches like we had with Joker and Synapse. I wouldn't miss these things even if I am a little sick and probably shouldn't be pushing myself.
Yeah, same here. As I was saying in the chats earlier in Discord and stuff, I will cast as much as I can until my voice says no more.
So we've got some new faces I hear on the side of Team. Remind me again.
Team Rush.
Rush.
Yeah.
I hear Deadman is a bit of a veteran. I remember him a few times. I just never played with him that much, but I know on the side of Flare that these are some old faces that we have.
Yeah, so on Rush, it's essentially just new faces all around, and on Flare, it's new faces, or old faces, but in new places. And now the first shot, Chrome Platypus. 2 points.
Yeah, nice little start. Really just stuffed them in their own goal.
Yeah, and, well, 2 points as a result. Joust advantage to Rush. See what kind of rush they pull out of goal here, trying to fly on out. It's Curry in a hurry for the disc, looking for the clear.
It was a little scary because they weren't launching off that ring, and now Grumpy is going to get this for a clear.
And it will be deep into the other side of the floor for Rush, and with the boost, but not getting the handles on the disc right now. Still going to get to them eventually. It's Grumpiest Broom over on that other end. He's going to look high, he's going to look wide, but cutting that off is Dip. Dip swinging over the post, but throwing it into the hands of Chrome Platypus, and he puts it in to the goal. 3 points this time.
And the clear game is so deadly. It can be so deadly in 4v4. And I think we had a crash that looks like Curry in a hurry is out of the game.
It would seem so.
And another turnover for Chrome to open net. Ooh, just missing this shot. Hopefully they can get him back in here soon because Chrome is still carrying on the play.
And Grumpiest Broom's going to put that one in. And making the note on the time, and we're going to see if we can get the player back in here for Team Rush. In a rush, if possible. Going to try and communicate with the teams here, get some stoppage so we can get a reset off that goal.
Yeah, but it's great that they continue to play because there has been no there's no way to tell them right directly. It's kind of sad that we have no admin pause, as I wish we had.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll have those superpowers. Never know. Either way, it's gonna be a continuation for the meantime. Can see what happens here.
I do believe that Wit took down the time of when the crash happened and when the reset should happen. Because that is, nobody is really responding. Maybe I should fly in there myself.
Yeah, why not? Go into outer space for a moment, Dash. Ask them what's up.
If Wit, we are doing the reset at, what you said, 8:45 with 7:0. But is that going to be the official ruling is what I'm asking.
Well, either or, we're gonna see.
Yeah, would have hoped that Dip would have taken advantage of the situation and said, "Hey, no, we have to reset." Because I don't see him even joining in now, and it's been quite a while. So who knows what happened to Curry in a hurry?
Yeah, Curry in a hurry got out of there, I guess, for Team Rush. So they do find themselves down, and well, in the meantime, I guess we will follow the action here. The thing is, I do believe if the team wanted to reset, they would have had to do it after the goal after the crash. So at this
Yes,
point, it's continuing on, but unfortunate for them. Hopefully, they can get their teammate back here.
it was their choice to reset at any time. I think that was made, pretty apparent whenever we talked about crashing, and it's always been, the same thing over and over again in every season. That hey, like if you crash, reset, we'll get them back in, reset this.
Yeah, and well, right now it sounds like I think our game audio is muted on the stream. I know some of the players discussing there just a second ago about the restarts and stuff, but
Even Flair telling them that they're allowed to reset at any time, but it seems like they are not even now. But nonetheless, I mean, Curry and Hurry is still not back. Them losing one round, they can get them back for the next one.
yeah, that's the hope if nothing else, because indeed you can play all 3 rounds here, and
And
actually
that'll
this
be
will be the game because we do have mercy rules in place. So it will have to end there for the first round regardless. But why don't you hop into the
I
game
will.
dash and yeah, let them know. And meanwhile, we'll just hope they can get recollected and set to go for the next round. It is a game of 3 rounds in this format for this season. Just testing out, seeing how it goes. There is a bit of MMR at play as well. Partially why we do the 3 games, because based on the differential of the scores between the 3 games, you add those up, and depending on how big or small the differential is, it will affect to a minor degree your MMR ranking in the league. So that way, after several games get played amongst these teams, they'll really be able to even out into brackets and get some competitive matches with teams similarly ranked. So for now,
Sounds like they don't really know where he's at, which is probably not what you want to be hearing. So,
yeah, not the best news there. Maybe crash or just
PC
either way,
restart,
yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah, PC issue. Could be a lot of things. So it sounds like we may be playing on a forfeit situation here, depending on what the team decide to do. They will be
Oh, looks
on
like
a
he's in here now.
just as I say that, though. So it looks like we will be continuing if they decide to do so. But
Yeah, but I mean, he
in
goes
the
for a
meantime,
feature.
while we let these teams get settled, I suppose it'll be just a good time to explain all the rules and stuff of this, because this is opening night, and for the season of preseason, that is, of VRML, we're doing the 4v4 format, obviously brand new to the game. 10-minute timers, continuous clock, and also best of 3, as I mentioned. Well, not best of 3 in the sense
All
that
of three.
yeah. Whoever wins the best of 3, 2 out of 3, will win the series and get the most MMR. But playing all of 3 for the sake of that MMR gain or loss in that differential.
Yes, and for future references, like any team is allowed. I'm not sure how many, but they are allowed to restart, and hopefully, like you can get your players back in a timely fashion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So when a crash does happen, you do play on into the next goal, but then you have the option to reset and get the times. So indeed, it's a learning process for these teams involved right now in VRML. It's a learning process for everyone, and that's okay. This is literally the first day. This is day 1 of action in VRML. There's a lot of new players, new faces, and Team Rush being several of those new to the competitive scene this season. And we're seeing a lot of people like that, a lot of new participants so far, and it's been great on both sides of the regions.
And what a read by Shepard, crossing it over to Chrome. Chrome maybe has a forward pass, or if not, back to Shepard low. Oh, but
Good
gets beat by
stack.
the defense. Wait, Shepard's still there.
Shepard's still there in the hair of the defense, and he gets the 2 points for Flair.
Yeah, see in the chat that C. Jason saying that they just kind of are really new. So yeah, it's
Yeah, well, and again, that's the case with a lot of teams. So it will be a process indeed, but that is okay. Still got to figure out the way, and again, cross pass or over barrier actually to Voodoo, and Voodoo is just going to put that one in as well from a Grumpiest Broom assist. Not bad.
it looks like
4-0.
another crash question mark. This time from the side of Flair.
It seemed these teams having a bit of tech issues, unfortunately.
And not only that, I believe that this clock is not running. That
It,
might be a mistake.
indeed. Well, maybe, just maybe we should take a brief intermission. We'll keep talking, but we got to settle these teams up and reset.
So I'm assuming we would maybe restart the game.
Okay, so we're gonna get settled on some sort of reset here. Seems as if the rules are broken at the moment. Now 6-0 lead is there for Flair, but the points will, I think we'll be resetting with 4, I believe. In any case, a clear is going through. We're gonna have to inform these teams of what's happening, and in the meantime, I'll inform you that, well, we're gonna try our best to get this score settled, literally and figuratively. But in the meantime, I believe Dash is flying himself in, trying to inform everyone on what's going on. These two teams hopefully able to compete once we get stuff going here. But Dash just communicating to everyone at the moment what's going to happen. So for now, we will just continue playing the waiting game a bit. And I suppose, yeah, say hello to the chat. It's been a while. My apologies for that, by the way. Usually I'm on top of the game on that stuff, but it's been so frantic and busy for a lot of these casts and trying to figure out all the ins and outs of everything. I haven't been able to pay attention. So, my dear viewers, here on VRML, well, I guess a very late second welcome to the stream. All right, so are you back with us right now?
No, I'm trying to make sure everything's right.
Gotcha. Hi, board. You can call me by my name, you know.
Is the score right?
We know each other. Oh, hi, Duller. Good to see you. A drumba. Hope you guys are doing well. Having yourselves a good night. Unfortunate tech issues aside, and you know, it's gonna happen with online games. Ain't no thing but a, well, 21st century thing. It'll happen. But we're gonna stick with it.
Do you remember who had possession? I'm assuming it's going to be more.
Hello, Captain. Captain Carrots. I said Captain Carrots. And Boozy as well. And Bordes, yeah. More relaxed stuff. This is relaxing, is it not? My casting is anything but relaxing sometimes, especially with these games over the last couple days. It's pretty much been the opposite of relaxing because I've been so hyped for a lot of these. Like the show match yesterday was really, really good. Both games, the EU one I casted with tutorial, and then Dash and Jersey casted the North American ones. Both of them had some crazy endings in a couple of those rounds. So that was fun. If you haven't watched those ones, definitely check out the VOD. It should be on this channel later on. You can catch up on those ones. And of course, earlier tonight, we had ourselves that Joker and Synapse match, which was great. And now, teams finally recollecting, resetting those rules, perhaps ready to go here.
Actually, I did tell him that it was clearly spawning on their side. Why are they boosting? Oh, failed.
Okay, so late toast, almost late on the disc, but now he'll get a pass at the very least to dip, but no, it's going to take a bad bounce. Voodoo's dancing all around it, cannot grab it until just then, but Voodoo's also going to get punched. A pile up right there. And now taken by Chrome Platypus. What a name. Off to Grumpiest at the barrier, into the goal, down low, got the two. So back it goes to the possession of Team Flare. Or Team Rush, rather. Team Flare, the ones scoring right now. Grumpiest Broom getting it done. And Grumpiest Broom, certainly a player who's been around for a long time, and I mentioned this in a lot of my casts, but I've been really impressed in the 4v4 games, especially how much Grumpy just does work defensively at midfield as a shot goes out too high, though. Gonna bounce upwards towards Grumpiest. Speaking of, Grumpy is gonna find Chrome. Chrome taking it in. 2 more points.
Yeah, it just looks like
8-0 for Team Flare right now.
Rush isn't maybe finding like those first passes, like they were forced into a clear, and Grumpy was waiting back there. Whoever the defender was, just waiting back.
Yeah, well, I mean, I mentioned exactly that too. Just we saw it in Pizza League a lot. Grumpy has had so many clears or grabs and then clears just off of those defensive plays in
Another
the
open
midfield.
net
And
for
now
3. Oh,
you
maybe for 2.
called it, yeah, just inside the edge of that bubble. So it will be a 2-pointer for Chrome. Back-to-back goals for him as well to go up by 10 points now for Flare.
And this was bound to happen. You know, the first week, there's no buffer for MMR. There's no way to say like, all right, this team will definitely not play this team, just so everybody has a fair start. But
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're hoping
as the matches are played,
to address a little bit, with the MMR system. Previous competition, obviously, it was susceptible to things like that
oh,
as a shot goes fading.
Oh,
Cannot
so
make it
close.
initially, but missing the grab, and now Voodoo is going to grab that and clear it out, so almost getting those points. Cannot. It's going to be a bit of messy clear into the hands of Shepard. Shepard's going to look far, look wide. Grumpiest Broom trying to get it by into the hands of Chrome again. Now Chrome is going to back it a little bit before sending it up, but missing the hands of his teammate.
Yeah, a little bit of respect coming out from Chrome. He could have taken it himself if he really wanted to. He had nothing to lose, but decides to include his team. And now Voodoo with a pickup, but snagged from Juke. Doesn't clear it in time.
And Chrome just trying to work that pass over, and right back is Voodoo to Shepard. Shepard gonna look and line it up. Open goal right at the bottom, that corner.
What a bounce into the goal. I didn't really think that was going to go in. It just seems so like low and flat against the crossbar.
We've seen the power of the bounce several times tonight in these matches.
You're right. I forgot. I try to forget those things, They just break my heart sometimes.
Yeah, well, I've never been a fan of math, but I can appreciate the geometry that goes into getting those bounces, at least when they're intentional. In any case, Shepard's going to try and recover that or Grumpiest rather. And then passing it on over to Chrome. Chrome again. So he's putting a lot of points on the board right now in this round. He's gotten, I think, 3 goals so far.
You can see a little bit of a frustration from Russian. Can't be blamed for it. It is very difficult whenever you have 4 veterans of the game against a newer team. And now even leaving one back in their goal, just offer a 3-man push.
It's a really interesting group here that we have on Team Flare. Again, all longtime players, but Indeed, it's almost it's like a ragtag crew, and I kind of like it. Like they do the dirty work, and oh, the dirty
Ow,
work.
voodoo.
Speaking of, oh man,
No, that was dirty.
that
That
was
was
perfectly timed to what I was saying, even though it was completely unrelated. So yeah, there you go, voodoo, working some voodoo with that close range magic, flinging it behind him. Man, oh man, and
oh, and
now
then a
getting stunned
turnover
out
immediately. Voodoo
by
just
voodoo.
really just pushing him around right now.
Pushing him around indeed and trying to recover the disc is going to be Shepard, but stolen there by Curry, but stolen right back now. So Shepard's going to go in, look for the cross, a little bit too much mustard. His teammate dove a little bit early. He wasn't expecting it. He was expecting the anchor, but now passing it. And indeed, it will be another goal this time, courtesy of Shepard. Yeah, Shepard, one of those players who's been one of the best goalies on the scene for a while. Does a lot of work, and I mean he's been just impeccable in Pizza League, or at least exhibitions and stuff I've seen, and in the scrims that we've played. Like he'll nab those discs off the board and dead center all the time. And now
And
right now Voodoo's gonna
gonna
work
try
it
to
in.
finish it off.
And they're going for
Dinks it
that
away.
punch on the goalie for the 3. So we've seen that also plenty develop in the meta lately over the months.
Yeah, maybe Flair getting a little too comfortable.
And
And
walking it in
now,
there and off the backboard is a Grumpiest Broom.
which will be another mercy.
That it will be. And Dash, you might have to hop in.
Might have to go back in because it seems like not even Flair's aware of the reset that's supposed to happen.
Well, have fun, Dash, on your grand trip. I'm going to sit here and talk. It's all right. Bear with us. But indeed, as Board pointed out in the chat, you know, the veteranship, seasoned players from Team Flair, really strong. I mean, you got players here who have been around for quite a long time. Grumpiest Broom, probably the most seasoned veteran of them all. He was there since release day, pretty much, since beta, I believe. I know Voodoo's there for a long time as well, and Chrome Platypus. All of them might be there. Might be 2017 players, from what I recall. So you can definitely see the experience. On the other side of things, Rush, obviously, a newer team, newer to the scene, newer players. But it's one of those situations where, again, over the weeks, with the MMR system, the hope is that it will, you know, sift through the teams really quickly in terms of just figuring out the skill levels, figuring out those matchups, and getting some good stuff going on. So have no fear. A ranking system is near. Doesn't make much sense, but it did rhyme, so I went for it anyways. And right now, we're hoping to get these rules set up to go and rock and roll for one final one. Flair taking the 2-0 so far in this series, but a third one still to be played. And the rush of Rush fandom in the chat, you gotta love that. Getting behind their boys. Just don't let Grumpiest hear you cheering against him. He might have something to say about that, if I know him. In any case, we are back into it. One final 10-minute round to go on the clock. Here we go. On the launch, it will be Flair there. Voodoo sailing through. Grumpiest. What does he do? He puts it in.
So
Self-goal
close.
there. Yeah, dip off the hands, but, you know, it will happen.
I think there's some like, you know, I know they're new and all, but there's some stuff that you can always do, like chaining, like focus on chaining, maybe clear.
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
not
It
do
just
like trying to juke a veteran player midair. It never seems to work out.
right, and I mentioned this, so we had a stream earlier as well, bit of a mismatch on the EU side of things, but it was still, I feel, productive in the sense that we turned it into a coaching stream and just giving off some tips and things like that. There's certainly a lot of advanced things that goes into Echo Arena and playing it at the high level, and needless to say, without any exaggeration, it is a completely different game.
What a shot by Voodoo.
And that was a completely insane shot, but it's a completely different game moving from pubs into an organized scrim or into a league situation. There is just so many intricacies and nuances that goes into it, and yeah, there's a lot, but certainly it's very learnable. It's kind of like a sport again, and a team sport where it's just you have to find that chemistry. And these guys have been playing over here on Team Flare for months now, for years overall individually, but as a team for many months, and the chemistry is certainly obvious. As Voodoo is going to come on through, he's going to look across. Speaking of that chemistry, Grumpiest Broom is going to get it done. But you can see right there, as they're anchoring down, they're looking for their passing lanes. They're not just looking to shoot it immediately or send it up the floor every time they have an opportunity to. They're looking for their passes and just looking for those soft passes even to make the offense work. That's what you need to do.
There's a lot of these teams, like Joker. Teams have been playing with each other for a long time, and then just adding that fourth man in there. You have what Joker, Ignite, Synapse, Flare. All these teams, the chemistry's been building up for months now, and that plays a big part, especially in a 4v4. Just one guy just has to adjust instead of like maybe two or three, and which is going to be a big challenge for Rush. They're all new to the game, or new to the competitive scene rather. It's going to take them some time to get that chemistry going, but I promise once they do and get a couple of like one or two strats that they can pull off pretty well, they're going to see the results. And I hope that everybody attempts to give them a chance. If you see them or any other players like in and out for any public matches, or invite them for some private matches, maybe give them some pointers here and there.
Ooh, right through the mail slot. But yeah, exactly, mirroring what you said, just it's a big community effort here, and again, there's a lot of new players coming in, and it's going to continue to be the case, especially when we talk about the Quest release impending within these next couple months, ideally. Sometime 2019 is the current slated launch window, and we know that there's going to be a huge boost in player base there, and it's going to be a boost, more importantly, of players, thousands of players who are all going to be playing together at the same time in those pubs and getting all that experience that we were fortunate to get in 2017 when all of us started together and we were all noobs together and we all learned together, and putting it together as a team and in our teams. So it's certainly a process, and we're doing also just on our own 11.5 or Eclipse, I suppose you call us, but we're coaching people. Eclipse 0.5, we're coaching teams out there right now. We're looking to make some more video content, help people out, and just keep the community competitive, involved, and 20-0 it will be for Flare. And that will be the final sweep. Flare coming out in dominant style, to say the least, but huge credit to Team Rush for sticking through that one and just staying in it despite the tech issues, despite, being iced a little bit after some of the crashes and things like that. Like, they stuck with it. They may be new to the competitive scene, but in my opinion, they are total pros for that.
Yeah, really. Props to them, to even like Shepard saying it. Shepard saying it that sticking around is a huge step. If you're trying to play competitive, sometimes you got to learn to take a beating, just as you can give one.
Yeah, and when it comes to these players here on Team Rush, and pardon one last pun for the night, but it really is no rush. And it takes time, but it gets there fast. And just get in those scrims, those private matches, and you'll be there in no time. But nonetheless, once these matches get played out over the next coming weeks, Rush will be in a good place. They'll be matched up, and have a chance at causing some damage and just playing with teams that they can really learn from. And until then, on the other side of things, Grumpiest Broom, Shepard, Voodoo, Chrome Platypus over on Flare, they're showing what they're capable of here in VRML, showing what they've been working towards these last several months. Dating a back to Pizza League even. These guys, a lot of these guys participated in Pizza League and had some great efforts there, great games. And then in the scrims, we've scrimmed these guys a few times as well. And you know, they are talented players and a talented team. So indeed, congratulations to them for the win.
Yeah,
And
congrats to them for not playing around with it. They did business.
yeah, business
Ended
was
the
had
games
indeed.
ended the games in a timely fashion, even if it was kind of one-sided the whole time. There's no reason to drag it on. So good job for Flair, and hopefully that maybe the next matchup is a little bit more on their well, how should I say, like making them sweat. Maybe next match they can really show the skills that we saw, like Joker and Synapse pull off. Like those were insane matches. And Rush too, they will be able to they'll have their time to shine. The
Yeah,
more teams that play in VRML, the better it is for everybody.
yeah. And right now, Juke actually in the live chat for Twitch, people giving him love, and they're giving you love, man, during the stream as well. Uh,
It was some big
as I was
cheers for you.
saying, you weren't. I don't think you were here for that, but I told you may be new to the competitive scene, but you are seriously pros for just sticking through that one, through all the issues, tech issues, and whatnot. And you know, you guys got yourselves a bright future based on that attitude alone. That is the right one to have. Gotta love it. So good job to you guys, and you know, we hope you stick around. If you want any kinds of coaching scrims, contact me, Dash, Wit, Skinny, Rock
Exhibit.
Tour, Exhibit, and we will be happy to make time and scrim with you and coach you. And we have a whole system, coaching system of helping teams get along. And we've seen great improvements very fast from multiple teams now. So indeed, if you want that, take us up on that offer any day of the week. We will find time. But in the meantime, that will be the conclusion of our cast here in VRML of night one. You know, we've seen some great games, we've seen some learning experiences, but either way, it has been a time. I'll say that much indeed, and I'm excited to see and cast a lot more of these matches along the way.
All right. Well, thank you again, Wit, for being our super great cameraman and production.
He was
And
on fire
Palidore
tonight,
for
apparently.
yeah. Yeah, here. I mean, I can't watch it too much because I've got my own camera angle to worry about. But thank you, Palidore, for the play-by-play.
And thank you for the color. See, we are so loving this community. Chat is right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our stream. Have a great night and tune in throughout the rest of the week. Just pay attention to the website and to the related discords, the Echo VR discords, for all the announcements on which games are going to be casted. And believe me, it's within my power. There's going to be a lot of games casted, at least until my voice is too hoarse to go any longer. So with that being said, thank you for watching and have a great night.